Karibuni, welcome tuelimishwe kwa masuala ya jamii, tuchunguze sana mbalimbali, tujuze juu ya matukio ya kila pembe, towapa burudani kwa familia nzima.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is your family edition. And before we start the show, we want to have a moment of silence in respect and in honor and in solidarity with the families that have lost their loved ones during this very difficult time where young people are being killed in unjust ways, and we lack words, but we stand with the families that are affected. We encourage you, we pray for you, and together as the Art in Heart family, we want to take a moment of silence in honor and in solidarity with you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for that beautiful moment. If you can stand with this family, please do so on your Facebook profiles and let them know that we are in solidarity with them, just to make sure that they receive the justice that they deserve. We cannot accept this kind of things. They are unacceptable, and therefore we must stand and fight for justice. So good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Are you keeping well? I am looking forward to this session because I have amazing stuff lined up just for you in this journey that we are walking in the month of August, of trying to rediscover ourselves, to understand why we behave the way we behave, to understand why we react the way we react to life instead of responding to life. If you know, you know. So in this beautiful season, I just want to welcome you to this beautiful show by asking you to kindly share this particular link to all your Facebook pages and let everybody know and let everybody come. Hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya, hashtag Responding to Life, hashtag Art in Heart, and we are doing this together. So welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Nyokabi GK Kamo, and I am your relationship coach. Now, to get into our conversation this lovely evening, I just want us to do a recap of what we learned on Saturday, last week on Saturday, and see how many of you remember. And by the way, did you do the assignments that I gave you? Did you find out which is your primary temperament and which is your secondary? Did you know that everybody has a primary and a secondary temperament? Nobody has just one. But today, just to remind us so that you know when I mention these scientific names, you know what I'm talking about. We learned about the choleric temperament, who we associated with the animal lion. And we say these people are just like lions. They're destructive in all their ways. They are leaders. They are assertive. They are organized. They do their things in very organized ways. We talked about that they're the ones who, when they go to a place, they assert themselves, they roar, and they cause distractions wherever they are. They are very strong, they are very dominant, they take charge. They're the kind of people who come into a situation and they take charge of that particular situation. We also affiliated these choleric guys with the color red. Wow, because I was in danger. When you're dealing with them, kwanza tukiingia matters relationship, which we are focusing on today, they are not easy to deal with. They are quite challenging because of their dominative nature. But these guys, they make very good managers, they make very good organizers. You definitely want a choleric as your wedding planner. So we learned about these guys who are called the choleric. So when I say a choleric, you know I'm talking about the lion, I'm talking about the red personality, the strong guys. If you can identify with some of these similarities, please note it down so that I'll help you to know which is your primary and which is your secondary. Now, we also learned about the sanguines. The sanguines are the most known, or they're known mostly because they are very vibrant, they are very talkative, They are very playful. Yani kila kitu is a joke. The sanguines, we associated with them with the animal that is called an otter. An otter is a small animal. It's like, it's a big rat. It's a big rat that stays in the water. It's always playing. It's always swimming. It's always doing its stuff in the water. That's a sanguine. These are people who will tell you stories for days. These are people who exaggerate scenarios. When something happens, they exaggerate them. And because of their playful nature and their friendliness, these people are easily mistaken for flirting. If you meet a sanguine and you get into a conversation with a sanguine, you'll think, oh, they like you, they love you, they'll marry you. And then you come to discover you're in that cloud by yourself. And so we associated them with the color sunshine yellow. Oh, the beautiful sanguines. They are the life of the party. They're the ones who are always on the dance floor getting their groove on, right? And they move on very fast. So and I forgot to mention earlier on when I was talking about the choleric. Thank you, my background guys, for the yellow, the sunshine yellow. We associate the sanguines with the sunshine yellow. When we were talking about these guys last week, we learned that these guys, when they are dealing with stress, they become the talkative joys. They are not able to process stress because they are very playful. And on that note, I didn't mention the cholerics. They become the who. So if you remember what they become, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see whether we are learning or we are not learning. So then we talked about the guys that are called the melancholics. Oh, melancholics. The melancholics are the most interesting personalities that I know. These are the guys that are very detailed. They want details. These are the guys who, when you tell them, I went to town, they want to know how you went to town. What color was the matatu? Was the conductor wearing the uniform or not? Was the driver driving according to the laws, observing the laws of Kenya? Yani, these are guys who thrive on details. They are also perfectionists. But because of this thing about them being very detailed, they are very gifted. So we associated them with the animal beaver. If you go to the animal kingdom, you will find that a beaver is very gifted. It goes to its place in its element, and it's very constructive. It builds things, it moves things, it really builds beautiful houses. If you go to the animal channels and see, it's very gifted. We associated this particular type of a person with earth green because of that perfectionist and that giftedness and that very detailed nature of themselves. Although they are very strong personalities, they are also very, very reserved and quiet. So they are not people who want to get into fight and competitions. Their fights are very settled. They fight with you very settled. So we associated them with the earth green color. Now we move on to our fourth personality, who are the phlegmatics. And I said on Saturday that the phlegmatics are my favorite people on earth because the phlegmatics are the givers. They are the people who love peace. They are the people who will give you everything, they remain with nothing. They have no problem with giving. They are the people who are likable, they are lean back, they are easygoing, they are nice. As in, you tell them, turn the town, then they have no objection. They just, whoop, they are going to town. They don't even think about it. These are the phlegmatics. We associated them with the animal, the golden retriever. If you look at some of these animals, especially the golden retriever, it's a dog actually. If you trust your kids with a golden retriever, this one plays with your children, loves your children, gives you all. It will give its life to protect you and to protect your children. So gold retrievers make the best home pets because they are very giving, and this is the personality we learned about. So to mention the two personalities when they are dealing with stress, its color is cool blue because they are so cool. They are easygoing, they are relaxed, they are the peaceful guys, they're so cool. Yani, you get into a fight with a golden retriever, umejaribu. If you can get a golden retriever to get into confrontation with you, umejaribu. You have worked extremely, extremely hard. So today, to move on from that point, I want you to tell me what you learned about their stressful, how they behave in stressful. We gave them names. We call the pessimist Patrick. Do you remember? The rude Robert. Do you remember? The talkative Joyce. Do you remember them? Let me know in the comment sections if you remember. So let's see. Let's go to the comment sections over here and see what some of you are saying. So allow me to greet you guys. So we'll start from bottom up, bottoms up. Like Ellie likes to say, we have John, who is saying, watching live from Abuja. Oh, welcome, Nigeria. Thank you so much, John, for joining me this lovely evening. We have Sarah, who is saying, anaitwa rafiki yake Frida Duko anasema come here, let's do this together. We have Maxing who is saying watching from Brussels, Hearts of Chocolate Town. Kudeko, where is that? Let me know where exactly that is. We have Gilbert who is saying that I am not sure of my personality. Don't worry, Gilbert, stay tuned. Probably by the end of this show, you'll have known where you fall. But I have a rough idea where you fall because I know you. We have also Sarah who is inviting their friend Zena Hessen to come and join the conversation. We have Peter, who is saying that they are watching from Nairobi. Thank you so much, Peter, for joining me. Invite your friends, share the link on your Facebook wall, and let the people come. We have also someone else who is Maxine saying this woman is giving me goosebumps, talking exactly what I do and feel. Isn't that amazing? If you can be able to identify yourself with some of these things that I'm talking about, let me know in the comment sections and let me know which one do you think is your primary and which one is your secondary. We have Rhoda who is saying, Lucy Kapumpu umeitwa, kindly register, report for duty so that we can continue having this amazing conversation. So I'm being told Brussels is watching us from Belgium. That is in Belgium. Oh, we are international. Art in Heart is an international. We have Noreen Ambata who is saying anaita marafiki yake Matthew. Guys, if you've been called, please come and join the conversation and don't forget to share this link on your Facebook walls. Please do not learn all this by yourself. If we can all be self-aware and discover ourselves, we'll build meaningful relationships. So invite your friends and let them know that we are here. We also have Max who is saying, my father once told me that I am a sanguine. Because probably you're very talkative, you're very playful, you're very jumpy. It's a good thing to be a sanguine. Nyokabi is a sanguine. Godwin is saying, looking good, Nyokabi. Oh, thank you. That is so nice of you, Godwin. I appreciate that. So, so I thank you so much. We have Express who's Liz who is saying, hey, hi, right back to you. Invite all your friends and let's engage one another. We have Anne who is saying, tuned from Lebanon. Oh, wow. Lebanon. Thank you so much for joining me all the way. Salute. I appreciate international. We have Mark who is saying watching from Kericho. Thank you so much for watching. Our supporters, our heartfelt supporters. Welcome, welcome everybody, and let's do this together. We have Lauren who is saying watching from Timau Meru. We are with you. Thank you so much for joining. We have Vicky who is giving us a thumbs up. I think they're thumbs up or their highs or their high fives, whatever they are. Welcome to the show. We have James who is saying, James Mwangi Njoroge who is saying, hi. Hi, right back to you, James Mwangi. You guys are welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this lovely evening. We have Lewis who is saying, boom. Hapa. Welcome to the show and let's get on with the show. Now on to our topic today. We have Mike Silva who is saying watching live in California. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for watching live. We have John who is watching live from Abuja, Nigeria. We had said that earlier on before. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. So let's get on to this topic. Invite all of your friends, share on your Facebook walls so that guys can join hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya, hashtag Responding to Life, hashtag Art in Heart, and let everybody join this conversation, hashtag Building Meaningful Relationships. So today we are learning about this particular temperaments and relationships. If you're this kind of a person, how do you behave in your relationships? It could be your business relationships. It could be your social relationships. It could be family relationships. It could be romantic relationships. When I talk about relationships, I'm covering all those relationships together, because if you were to separate them, we would be here forever. So we'll do them together, and then you can learn, you can pick out where some of the challenges are, but mainly I will be focusing on romantic relationships because this is a family edition. And I will also touch a bit on children and their parents and the temperaments of the parent and the child, and how you can be careful and see how you can nurture your child without necessarily coming out too strong, especially for the cholerics. Now, the first one that we are going to look at is the choleric temperament. We've said the choleric temperament is associated and affiliated with the animal lion. It is important that you keep that in mind, because if your primary temperament is choleric, you need to remember that you are a lion. You're very domineering, you're very aggressive, you're very demanding, you're very assertive. So even when you're handling your business meeting, when you're in your romantic relationship, these are the personality traits that you illustrate. So you can be very demanding in the relationship, you can be very aggressive, you can be too strong in that particular relationship. So it's good every time we talk about cholerics that you associate it with the animal lion, and then you correspond it with the color red. So naturally, you're just a dangerous person in a relationship. What makes you dangerous? Because things to you are very clear. You're the kind of person that is very organized. Your mind is very organized. You're very strategic. You're very thoughtful, just like a lion. So whenever you're in a situation, in a conflict, like we learned last time, you become the rude Robert, because you don't understand why this person does not understand simple things. You're telling them this and they're not getting it. You don't have a gray area. Yours is either black or it's white. So when you're in a relationship, you have to be very sensitive and very thoughtful about these things. You have to stop and not portray a controlling behavior and an overzealous behavior, especially if you find yourself in a romantic relationship with a golden retriever. You can easily dominate the relationship. So if your personality, your primary personality is choleric, when you're in a romantic relationship, you train yourself how to step back from a position of leadership, especially if you're a woman. For example, myself, I am sanguine choleric. When the choleric kicks in, I have to think and say, hey, it's time to step back. It's time to allow other people to lead. It's time to let other people do things. Because you will find that you're always leading, you're always organizing, you're always delegating, you're always issuing out orders and telling people what to do. So this is who you are. But when you become self-aware, you can easily tame. There's nothing in this world that cannot be tamed. So if this is your primary, you have to be careful with controlling tendencies to be in charge of things in the relationship. You have your beautiful sides, and if the beautiful sides were the main thing, then we would not be having this conversation. So allow me to majorly focus on the negative sides of the personality so that we can build meaningful relationship to create that awareness, because we only think about the good things about ourselves. Rarely does somebody ever stop and go like, where do I go wrong? What do I do that is offensive to my partner? Have you realized that there's no particular time that you stop and you think, where am I offensive to my partner? What can I do to improve the way I behave around my partner? So allow me in this particular season to focus on the negative aspects of the personality traits to help us build meaningful relationships. So the cholerics are those ones. Every time you see yourself being assertive, being demanding, being dominative, always remember you are a lion. And in order to understand your temperament better, go to Nat Geo and watch a lion in action. It's destructive, and this comes out to you naturally. So allow me to move to our next personality before we go on our break. And we are talking about the sanguines. Oh, the Nyokabis, the Nikathas, you know us. We are very happy, we are playful, we are excited, we never take anything seriously. That's the problem. Our concentration span is this small. It's 5 minutes. We are excited. We get a new phone. We are excited. We are off the roof. Hey, I have a new phone, iPhone 12 Max Pro. And then tomorrow somebody is asking you, you're no longer excited about your phone. Well, yeah, it's grown. You want to move to the next thing. So the thing about sanguines in relationships, we easily give up on issues. We easily just let go. Sisi hatushindangi hapo, wewe ndio uko hapo peke yako. So when we are fighting, we are thinking, okay, so can we move on? We don't want to dwell so much. We get easily bored by things. We buy a car, we are excited, oh, I got this car, and then 2 minutes later, you've moved on, you're thinking about another one. And the same thing applies to food, to rarely will you see a sanguine dedicated to eating chapatis every week. Hey, or ugali, hey, is exhausting. Who? Sanguines. Sanguines are otters. We are just always in the pool swimming and taking life easy. We don't take things too seriously. So with this kind of a person in a relationship, you have to be very careful to take your partner seriously, especially when you're dating or you're engaged or married to a person who is melancholic, phlegmatic. You have to be very careful. because that jumpiness really irritates the other personality traits. Even cholerics are irritated by sanguines, and that is why you find when sanguines are at a party, kila mtu anamwambia Aki Nyokabi, si settle down, Aki si take a breather, Aki Nyokabi, kwani umenyamaza hivyo, kwani leo uko mgonjwa? Yani sanguines irritate the four temperaments. The other three, because they are the ones who are always we are always high in our own nature. We are always high on our own selves. Yani, we are always on the cloud on another level. So you are always being told, calm down, calm down, calm down. So it's important when your partner is trying to share very serious things with you that you calm down and listen. You keep telling yourself, relax, relax, relax. And if your partner is aware that you're a sanguine, maybe they can help you by reducing the long length conversation. Sanguines are the worst communicators, and they are the worst at keeping their promises. And once they start something, sanguines never finish because, like I said, they get bored in the middle of it. When it comes to issues time, I don't know whether you can relate to that friend of yours. You agreed you're meeting at 11. Wewe utashow up saa 8. And it's not that you didn't wake up on time. You woke up on time, you got ready on time, but on your way to see your friend, right there at Java, at the door, you met another friend, mkakaa chini mkaanza story. You forgot the one that you had an appointment with, akoko ndani na kungojea. Sasa when they call you, you're like, guys, I had an appointment, I had to meet somebody, so let me go do it. And you have no problem. You're late, you'll go there smiling, hey, hi darling, how are you doing? Is everything okay? You're not even apologetic because that is who you are. It is your personality. So when you become self-aware, you become more sensitive. These are the guys who, when you try to express to them why you're hurting, why you're offended, why you're feeling some type of way, they make a joke of it. Stay tuned. If you like what's happening, let's take a break, man. Ellie, let's take a break. Ellie.
Whenever we speak of great achievers, we tend to use phrases like, they've come from far, they started from the bottom, or they did a lot to get to where they are. Lifted on kevintini.com.
Ai, Njeri, ni wewe ulipika njahi na gas? Mbona ukakaranga matumbo pia? Ukaongezea na kupika githeri? Sasa gas imeisha, tufanyaje? Usijali, tunakuletea makaa. Makaa inawaka bila gas, bila mafuta taa, pumzi ya kupuliza tu ama gazeti ya kupepeta. Makaa inapika paka mawe. Makaa, hata mamako anajua makaa. Makaa. Gas ni ya pizza na vitu vya heshima.
Our very own production by Mwema. Hey, our very own production. So I want to invite you to go to the comment section. We have posted the link right there, and we want you to vote for Nzomo Production. So what you do, you click on the link, it will guide you on how to go there. So what you're looking for is Nzomo Production, and then click right there and vote for Mwema. Vote for our very own. He's a member of Art in Heart. He's the one working behind the scenes and allowing these things to shift wakiwa na Eli huko nyuma as they are moving. Please let's support our very own Art in Art family. I'm counting on you to vote for this guy. He's awesome. He's doing an amazing job. He's been nominated for an award, and what pride would we have as Art in Heart if we won a production award? So please go to the comment section, click on the link that has been provided right there, and vote for Nzomo Production. Thank you so much. So Before we went on our break, we were talking about the sanguines. Oh, we were talking about the sanguines. And before I leave this part of the sanguines, what I want to tell the sanguines is this, guys, you need a calendar. You need to use the Google Calendar on your smartphones to remind you where you need to be. If you need to remember your partner's birthday, please use the Google Calendar on your on your calendar. Please make notes and be consistent. If you start something, finish it. Take the relationship with the seriousness it deserves. Sanguines. Okay, my sweethearts. I love you guys, but what? Tuko na ka challenge. Now I want to move on to the melancholics, and I want to talk about these guys, the beavers. They are very, very, very detailed and very organized, like we said, and we associate them with the animal beaver, and we affiliate them with the color earth green. Now, when these guys are in a relationship, the melancholics, by the way, I want to put a disclaimer right there, and I want, if Ellie, you can highlight it for me down there at the bottom, that the melancholics, if you're not careful, you can easily become a psychopath, a sociopath. Usione hiyo earth green ikudanganye. The detailedness, the desire for perfection can easily turn you into psychopaths. These are the guys who kill their partners when they're angry and they don't get what they want. These are the guys who are very emotionally abusive to their partners because they are the people who believe it's the highway, it's their way or the highway. And because they are very detailed, therefore, most of the times they are very intelligent because of their ability to read a book and read it and understand it and be able to retain that information they have read. So their IQs are very high most of the time. They are able to process very, very detailed information very simply. They can work on a project and find different ways of actually implementing that project, and they get lost in that thoughtfulness. But because of that, they assume that everybody else is not on their level of thinking. You know, these are the guys who make the worst teachers because they don't understand why you don't understand what they're teaching you. They are very impatient and they demand perfection, not just from their partner, but also from themselves. And because of that nature of demanding perfection from themselves and from the people around them, and they are so scared of failing because of the knowledge that they have and they have gathered, these guys are very prone to depression. And that's why I say they can easily become psychopaths and they can easily commit very heinous crimes because they are easily drawn into depression because of that thoughtfulness. They get stuck in the detail, they get stuck in looking for perfection, they get stuck in trying to achieve extraordinary heights, and therefore they never see that they have attained the perfection that they deserve, so to themselves and to the people around. So when they look at themselves, they see, I have failed in this area, I haven't done this. So when you're talking to a melancholic, in fact, if you're sharing a concern with a melancholic, you have to be very careful, because if you tell them, I feel like I'm neglected, then what you're telling them is that they have failed as a person. And this goes for both genders. The tendencies are the same for both genders, female and male. So when it comes to the melancholics, you have to be very careful not to be trapped in thoughts. Like now, for example, if a melancholics imagine that their partner is being unfaithful, they will dig you. They're the ones who will put softwares on their phone to track who you're talking to. They're the ones who will put GPS trackers in your car to see where you're going. That controlful nature. And it's settle, you don't realize it. They're not aggressive like cholerics. You see, cholerics are boom, head-on collision. You see, they're impactful. They come and you hear they're demanding, they're dominating, they're controlling. But for melancholics, they're settled. They're very settled in their aggressiveness. They will show you with their moods. They will not tell you why they are upset, but ukimwona tu hivi unajua umse leo is not one of those days you crack funny jokes with him or her. So they are very moody. They are always depressed. They think the world is coming to an end. They think everybody is seated somewhere conspiring against them because of that need for perfection. And that is why I said, if this is your primary temperament, you have to be very careful, because these are the guys who commit the most heinous crimes in the world. If you hear people who have killed their partners and killed themselves and they commit suicide a lot, or if you hear there was a shootout spree and this person is being described, you will always hear a lot of melancholic temperaments or characteristics. So you have to be very careful. And I'm not saying that all melancholics are psychopaths or sociopaths. What I'm saying is that they are prone to those tendencies. If they're not self-aware And if they don't make an effort to come out of that state of overthinking things, getting stuck in a particular project, getting stuck in a particular thought, oh, I don't have a job, they get stuck in that space and they start seeing the worst scenario that can come out of their lack of employment. Oh, my partner is not paying attention to me like they used to when we first got dating. They get stuck and they see the worst possible scenarios of that particular. And that's why we call them the pessimists. That's why we call them the pessimists, Patrick, because these guys, they never see anything good out of things. So they can be very engaging on that level. So melancholics, I want to dwell a bit on melancholics because this is a personality that I personally find to be very interesting. Number one is because of their detailful natures. They make very good pilots, they make very good engineers, architectural guys. You definitely want if you want to do a architectural work, you definitely want a melancholic. They make very good organizers because they are perfectionists. If you go to their homes, the tables are white, the seats are white. They even almost look for a white TV, and the walls are white. They just love that perfection. They are always achieving, they're always yearning for that perfection. They're always running towards that perfection. But in that perfection, they're also very gifted. If your music is produced by a melancholic, you will love the fineness of, you can hear that particular beat that is somewhere, or you can hear that saxophone, you can hear that guitar, you can hear that piano, because they are very keen, and that keenness give them, that elevates their giftings in those special areas. Melancholics make great musicians. But this particular temperament, if you're a sanguine and you're dating a melancholic, you're in trouble, because first of all, they want perfection. A sanguine is the exact opposite of a melancholic. Sanguines don't want perfection. Sanguines don't care for details. Sanguines just, I know they came from point A to point B. How all that stuff happened, they are not aware because they were busy engaging in conversations, laughing with friends and talking, and they're all over the place. Sanguines don't care much for embarrassments. In fact, sanguines thrive on embarrassments. Sanguines are the ones who fart in front of people and laugh and fall off the chair and don't give a care in the world. Melancholics, on the other hand, an embarrassing act like that can make them just go into this haze, this mood, this state of right? And because they are not aggressive like cholerics, and because they are not out there, they are not impactful like cholerics, their battles are settled. They're the ones who sit there and they plan. Wewe utajua ujui. They plan how they are going to execute the plan from the start to the end in very clear details, and they execute it properly because they've thought about that whole scenario from all angles. They've considered all possible scenarios, all possible outcomes, all possible everything. They've considered all those things. If you want to see a melancholic in action, there are TV shows that portray this particular kind of people in action. There's I'm looking for the names, and the names have operated in my head. When they come back, I will tell you that you can see these people in action. These guys are lean back. They can be very passive about things, but in that passiveness, they are very schemy and they are very critical of their partner. So if you're a sanguine, you're a choleric, you're a phlegmatic, and you're married to a melancholic, this person will always criticize you. Don't worry, we will be talking about how to resolve conflict with different personalities in the other show. So you have to look out to see it. So these are the guys who are very critical. Why are they so criticizing? Because again, they're always trying to attain perfection with everything that they do. So they always criticize. White is not exactly white to the level that they want it. Black is not exactly black to the level that you want it. So if you're married to this kind of a person, you have to be very careful for emotional abuse, and their insecurities are very severe. They are controlling behavior, and they are very codependent of their partner. When I talk about codependency, what am I talking about? I really want to focus on melancholics because melancholics are a special breed of people. So when I talk about codependency, these are the people who want to receive and not give. In the relationship, melancholics, they don't want to give. They're like sanguines. Even sanguines are codependent. They don't want to do any work in the relationship. They don't want to invest in texting you. They don't want to invest in calling you. They don't want to invest in planning dates with you. They don't want to invest in fighting your enemies or joining together with you to achieve certain things. They are always in their own world. So because of that codependency, they always want you, the person on the other side, to give them, and then they receive and not bother responding, and they are very difficult to leave, because sasa unamwacha na unamuonesha amefail, unamwacha na haelewi atatoa mtu mwingine wapi. So these are the people who tell you the statements like you cannot be anything without me. These are the kind of people who alienate you from your friends and family and loved ones. They don't want you to have any social life. They want you to be there with them because they are very codependent on you to validate them, to give them more of yourself. You keep giving them, it's never enough again because of that perfection. The reason why I'm focusing so much on these male alcoholics before we go on a break, Ellie, get ready, we want to go on a break, is because these guys are just amazing if you learn how to communicate with them. If you just become self-aware, when you become self-aware and you know some of these weaknesses, and the partner that you have works with you and helps you to kind of tone them down. And when you're a partner who knows you're married to a male alcoholic, or you're dating a male alcoholic, or you're in a relationship with a male alcoholic, or your boss is a male alcoholic, you find better ways of dealing them. You provide them with the details they desire. You constantly remind them we are human beings. We can really achieve the kind of a perfection that you want. And the best way to deal with these people, if I may use that because I've really highlighted some of their weaknesses, is to use the love language words of affirmation. Always assure them the work is to perfection. The projection is perfect, the presentation is perfect, the drawing is perfect. So just always reassure them and reaffirm them so that they can come out of that space of getting trapped in that thoughtfulness. Now I want to go for a small break to show you an amazing clip. And while I do that, I want to invite you to remember to share, hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya, hashtag Responding to Life, hashtag Art in Heart. Share these things on your Facebook page to invite other people to join so that we can learn together. And please do not forget to vote for Mwema Ziomo Production for the Sanduko Awards, and we will appreciate all that. So we are about to go on a break. Ellie, are you ready? So let's do this break and let's illustrate these things more. Ellie?
Oh, yeah, yeah, baby mpenzi, wajua kweli furaha unazonipatia, naandika barua hii kusema you're the only one my heart will true desire. Nishike mkono nidekeze baby, promise utawahi niacha na nitakuwa wako baby milele. Boy, you give me love, baby, you're my son, love me a baby. Oh, you got me feeling just fine. I like when you hold it tight, I can touch the sky, blow my mind, cloud nine, make me feel fine. Nakupenda, 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 nakupenda. Yani tuwe milele, tujenge na wewe. Baby, don't leave, I will give you what you need. Boy, you give me love, boy, you want my son, love me a baby. Oh, you got me feeling just fine. I like when you hold it tight, I can touch the sky, blow my mind, count nine, make me feel fine. Boy, you give me love, baby, you're my son, love me a baby. Oh, you got me feeling just fine. I like when you hold it tight, I can touch the sky, blow my mind, cloud nine, make me feel fine. Nakupenda, 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 nakupenda.
another amazing production by Mwema. Thank you so much, Lisa. You have a beautiful voice. Another amazing production by our Mwema, our creative space every Friday at Art in Heart. So if you want to see more of that and you're interested in that particular kind of art, welcome to the Art in Heart on Friday, the creative space where they share things creative. These are the melancholics and phlegmatics. Please gather there and share your creativity. Sisi sanguines wachaneni na sisi. So the melancholics and phlegmatics, gather then. I want to go to the comment section and see what's happening in the comment section. What are you guys saying before Ellie gets ready to share a clip with you guys? So we have Jose who is saying, watching in Namanga. Thank you so much for joining me. You're very welcome. Please share this on your Facebook page. We have Rhoda who is saying, you are too loud. That is a sanguine. That is the one statement we get all the time. You're too loud. We are trying to keep it down. We have Salma who is saying, I'm a perfectionist like Rhoda and we won't kill anyone. Allah. Please don't kill anyone. I don't think you will kill anyone, especially when you're self-aware. We have Zuena Hussein who is saying, hey, Nyokabi, miss na. Okay, by the way, miss. Hey, hatujaonana by the way. And last Saturday you were not there. It's so good to see you. Welcome, girl. Thank you so much for joining me. We have Sarah who is saying hashtag Art in Heart. Thank you, girl. Hashtag responding to life. Very informative. You forgot one hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya. Please add it right there. Hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya, because we are one family and we are doing amazing. We have Githogo Charles who is saying, watching on my way to Eldoret. Please travel safely. May the journey mercies of the Lord be with you. And thank you so much for joining us. Please invite the person sitting next to you if you have a neighbor and watch together with them. We have Steve Job who is saying, watching from Malaysia. Hey, Allah. What do I say? Hey, international, this is where we are at. We thank God for those amazing interactions. So please leave your comments down below. Let me know on hashtag Art in Heart, hashtag Responding to Life, hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya. And in case you're wondering where is Marriage Connect Kenya coming from, I am the founder of Marriage Connect Kenya. It's a training and teaching institute. Nikatha Victoria is the founder of Responding to Life. And Art in Heart, of course, we know our CEO, Mr. Eli Likuyani in the background. I'm a Lukuyani, I'm a Likiyani. By then, you should one of these fine days just show up in the show. Watu waone bado tuko pamoja. So everybody, so I'm having a good time. Are you having a good time? Please let me know in the comment section if you have any area that you would like me to clarify or even to repeat a bit and emphasize and give more information. Let me know in the comment section. If you have a question relating to personalities, please let me know in the comment section. If you have a partner that you're struggling with them, and maybe you can give me a brief description, and I will definitely go back to the comment section and I will respond to each and every comment. So engage me there and I will be responding. Please don't forget to share this with your friends. So we are going to our final personality trait, which is the phlegmatics. Now the phlegmatics. On our last show, I really talked about the phlegmatics because these are the guys who are easily taken advantage of in relationships because they are easygoing. Family members are always depending on these guys to pay their bills, their school fees bills, their rent bills. They are the ones who are always losing their phones and their laptops to their family members because family members are always picking things carelessly from them. So we say these guys are affiliated with a golden retriever. This is a dog that I said, if you're looking for a pet for your children, please get a golden retriever. Is perfect. It will protect, love, and care for those children. It's a wonderful dog. It's friendly. It's good. It's a beautiful dog, Yani. It will not cross the line with you. Now, these guys, when they're in a relationship, the phlegmatics, these are the guys who give their all. When they love, they love. In fact, to illustrate how dedicated these guys are in relationships, these are the guys who remember their desk mates in primary school, in kindergarten, in high school. Yani, you know, when us sanguines, we struggle to remember guys from campus. These guys remember guys in kindergarten. They remember their favorite teacher from their kindergarten, from their primary school. They remember them and they love on them. They don't forget. And they are very, very royal. They are very giving. They are very tolerant. And that's why they are my favorite personality traits in the world. Because this, I think they are the illustration of, I don't know, Mother Teresa. They are an illustration of Mother Teresa, Wangari Maathai. These are the people who they love things and they love them with one heart and they fight for those things. So if you're in a relationship with this kind of a person, this is the kind of person who will always give you. But even if they feel uncomfortable about giving you in the relationship, the worst they can do is just complain. And they'll not complain to you, they'll complain to their friends. They'll go like, oh, this boyfriend of mine, I'm paying his rent, I'm fueling his car, the phone he's using, I'm the one who bought it for him. But they'll never really go to this person and say, dude, take care of your own stuff. Because they love peace. These are the guys, if you have friends and you have a phlegmatic, that circle of friends will always remain because this person will always bring you together and they'll always seek peace. They'll always wonder, sasa Nyokabi na Nkatha wanaulizana nini? What's the issue between Nyanduko and Nyokabi? What's the issue between Ambata and, what's the issue? What's the issue? So they'll always seek peace. They'll always bring you guys together. They're the cool blue guys. They're just cool. Life is just, they're the cool guys. They are easygoing. You'll never get into confrontations with them. They are very resistant. They are very, because of their easiness by themselves, they are very easily taken advantage of in relationships. So when it comes to phlegmatics, I really want to encourage you guys to learn how to set healthy boundaries. Now, if you're a phlegmatic melancholic, like our friend Ellie, who is phlegmatic melancholic, Ellie, enda kwa comment section ukubali ama ukatae. Who is phlegmatic melancholic, is in between phlegmatic melancholic and phlegmatic sanguine. So he's in between. I am yet to figure it out. So if you're like those people, you need to learn how to set boundaries because people will take advantage. They will ask you for everything and they will not stop and everything will not be enough. So as a person, when you're self-aware, when you're getting into a romantic relationship, these are the people who I teach and coach and emphasize on the principle of guard your heart with all diligence. Not everybody is trustworthy. These are the kind of people who, if they trust you with their secrets and you betray them, you really break their hearts because they can't be able to create enmity with you. And like melancholics, if you betray them, that's it. The two of you are done. They will never trust you again. They will never tell you their secrets. They will never tell you anything. But phlegmatics, these are the friends who you tell a secret, you betray them, and then they come and they tell you another one, you betray them, and you keep on breaking their hearts. So these guys, I want to tell you one thing. Learn the principle of guarding your heart with all diligence. And what do I mean by guarding your heart with all diligence? I mean you stand guard like a police guard or like a security guard at an entrance, ensuring that anybody who you let into your space is worth being in your space. Because of your generosity and your openness and your kindness, people take a lot of advantages. Now, your weaknesses is that you get stuck in that place. You don't know how to come out of that space. You don't know how to set boundaries. You don't know how to motivate yourself to do other things. That you're the kind of people who get employed as a secretary. Unafanya kazi ya secretary for 40 years. My friend, motivate yourself and become be goal oriented, be inspired to do something different. Don't get stuck with the same boyfriend who treats you badly for 40 years. Walk away from the relationship. It's okay, you will find someone else. So for the phlegmatics, I really encourage them to just self-motivate. Motivate yourself to come out of that particular situation. Stop sitting there worrying about their feelings. Oh, they are going to be so hurt. They are going to be so heartbroken. Oh, if I do this, it will offend them. If I say no, their school fees will not be paid. Get over it. Get over it and learn how to set those healthy boundaries and walk away from those boundaries. Now, I want to take this moment to invite Ellie to play for me a very special clip that will help me illustrate some of these melancholic temperaments that we're talking about, phlegmatic temperaments. The reason why our slogan today was different worlds. You love this person, but you're from different worlds. You adore them, but you're from different worlds. You really want this melancholic in your life, but my goodness, their criticism. You really want this phlegmatic in your life, but they give out everything. They give out the food, they give out their shoes, they give out their clothes, and you're stuck with them in that marriage. You really want to be with this choleric, but they are too controlling, they are too demanding, they're too dominating. You're in love, but you're from two different worlds. Now, Ellie, take over. I hope you have enjoyed those particular two clips. I played them purposely to remind us that there's an instinct within us. The deepest, call it the deepest. When you see that lioness taking care of what would have been its prey or its food, or that cat taking care of its ducklings, what would have been prey or its food, it's because there's an instinct within them that provokes them to be attracted to those ducklings and not look at them as prey, but look at them as something that needs nurturing. As human beings, we have that side of us in our personalities. Sanguines are attracted to melancholics and phlegmatics because we lack order, we lack silence, we are always bubbly and playful. So opposites attract. The true nature of opposites attract. The other reason why you find yourself in relationships with particular types of people is because of your background, where you come from. Sometimes you're running from where you come from, or sometimes you're running towards where you come from. You're looking for a partner who resembles somebody in your life that you love dearly and had a very good relationship with them. Sometimes you're looking for a partner without knowing, or knowing this is a subconscious, and that's why we use the animals, the lioness and the cat, to illustrate. The subconscious is seeking out to nurture that particular type of a person because either of the childhood drama, you grew up in an environment where you saw your parents experience or live within domestic violence, either physical violence, emotional violence, verbal violence, financial violence, and all these things as a child, you see them and they register at the back of your mind, but you're not aware. But the deepest seeketh out. That person, the subconscious, seeks out a particular type of a person. And that is why you find yourself attracted to particular types of temperaments. Now, there are different types of attractions in relationships. You can be physically attracted to somebody. You see somebody and you think, oh my goodness, this girl is beautiful. I want to get to know them. Oh, this guy has muscles. He's tall. He's dark. He's good looking. He smells nice. You're attracted to them. There's also people who are attracted to people who are intellectual. They are easily bored. If they have a conversation with you and you're an empty debe ukuju, they are done with you. They are not having a relationship. Even if you're as beautiful as Cleopatra, they will not get into a romantic relationship with you because they are attracted to the intellect. There are people who are also attracted to emotions. They love people who are emotionally vulnerable, emotionally present. They can connect. There are people who are attracted spiritually. They look at you out there worshiping and praising or preaching, and they love that about you. And they're attracted to you, and you pull them close, and they want to be in a relationship with you. There are people who are attracted out of the subconscious. You keep finding yourself in relationships with abusive people. You keep finding yourself in relationships with controlling people. You're always looking for a father figure, a mother figure. It is because your subconscious is active and you are unaware. So the reason why we call this particular show Friends of Different Worlds is that. So there are many things that come into play. You can't sit there and say, Nyokabimi, I'll not date a melancholic. Nyokabimi, I'll not date a phlegmatic. Nyokabimi, I'll not date a sanguine. Nyokabimi, I'll not date a choleric. I can't stand sanguines. I can't stand cholerics. These things are affected by a lot of things outside of what we think. So if you want to find the right partner, and now I'm speaking to people who are single, people who are dating, people who are in their season of waiting for their partner, for their soul partners, for their life partners. If you are in that space, number one, discover yourself, understand who you are, and then decide what you want and what you don't want in a particular relationship. So when you have that knowledge and you're aware of your background, of your childhood trauma, of the challenges that you have faced as an individual, you're at a better position to make decisions on the relationships that you want. Hold on. But if already you are in a relationship with somebody who maybe the subconscious attracted you to them, your background attracted you to them, the deepest called the deepest, and now you're stuck in a relationship with someone who you're finding a hard time, friends of different worlds, and you love them so much, you can use what attracted you to them to nurture that relationship. Like what happened with that lionesses. People thought this relationship would last for a few hours. In fact, if you watch more of that clip, you will learn that this lioness went out to seek out more so that he could nurture them, because there's that thing that was inside the lioness that needed to be nurtured. If you watch that clip of the cat and the ducklings grew, they became bigger than its own kittens, but still they maintain the relationship because the instincts within them wants to keep the relation. To answer the question why people stay in abusive relationships, why doesn't this person just come out? You know, you've ever wondered, why doesn't this person just come out of this abusive relationship? Amevunjwa mkono, amekatwa vidole, amenyolewa nywele, but still they remain in this relationship. Those are the things that play in the background. So if you're already in that relationship, you will get the help and stay here at family. And by the way, I am being told tomorrow on Odds and Against All Odds with Ellie Lukuyani, we will be talking to a young, beautiful lady that couldn't keep her marriage despite hoping a baby would change her odds. This lady kept her marriage. I think it was an abusive marriage. I'm making an assumption here. And you know what assumptions do? They make an ass out of all of us. So disclaimer, I'm making an assumption that probably she was in an abusive marriage, maybe physical, maybe financial, maybe emotional. And by the way, if you'd like to talk about these things, those types of abuses, leave your comments in the comment sections and we will do a show on that. So, and she kept on hoping that having a baby would change her odds. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, please join Ellie Likuyani on Against All Odds to hear her story. What happened when she got married? Did the baby help? Did the baby not help? I don't know. I can't wait for this show. Not ever a baby could save not even a baby could save my marriage. So she thought that maybe having a baby would resolve the kind of situation she was in, but unfortunately it did not. So let's watch this show tomorrow at 9:30 with Ellie and see what happens. Now, we are about to close this thing, but before we go, let's go to the comment section and see what you guys are saying over there. What have you learned today? So we have Milton who is saying, Rotich who is saying, watching life from Jesus Christ. We have Nora Ambata who is saying, how is it that I carry all the positive traits of phlegmatic and all the negative traits of a sanguine? Let me answer that question for you, Norina Ambata, because you have two personality traits. You have your primary and you have your secondary. So what you need to do is to know which one is your primary and which one is the secondary. So you can have both of the same. And maybe you're identifying with the negatives of the sanguine because I've focused mostly on the negatives, but maybe if I mention the positives, you'll probably relate with them as well. So maybe that's why. So what you need to know is which one is your primary and which is your secondary, and that it will explain. So we have who else? Ellie, who else do we have there? We have we have Sila who is saying wow. I think he's learned a lot, and that's why maybe he's saying wow. So maybe wow. Thank you so much for sharing your comment. We have Ellie who is saying, so this is why I am broke. Yes, because you're a pragmatic, you give your all and leave yourself without. So you need to learn how to set those boundaries and say, no, I will not do it this time. We have Kaha who is saying, watching live from Kericho. Thank you so much. I love you guys from Kenya who are supporting us in the diaspora. Yeah, Kenya, to appreciate so much. Thank you so much for joining us. It's very encouraging to see that you are being watched all the way and all over Nairobi. So thank you guys for joining us. This is the family edition. We are happening every Saturday. Every single Saturday, we are right here talking about building meaningful relationships and having authentic conversations right here. Hashtag Art in Heart, hashtag Responding to Life, hashtag Marriage Connect Kenya. So we are here every Saturday for the family edition, but that's not the only time that Art in Heart is live. So starting from Tuesday, we have amazing shows for you. So do not miss out on any of those. So this will remain on my Facebook page, on Art in Heart page, in case you haven't watched it, in case you'd like to share with your partner and your friend, then let us know. But you can also reach me there down below. I can see there's a line that's going down below that can give you my contacts that you can reach me on. If you've learned something or something has stood out for you, please go to the comment section and let us know. And if you'd like us to build on any of the things we are talking about within this small space of time, please let us know. We'll also adhere. We at Art in Heart, we value your feedback. We value what you think about this show and the content that we are bringing to you. And that is why our production team has gone ahead to create a survey specifically just for you. We will share the link on the comment section. Please click on that survey and answer the questions. They are quite simple. It will just take you 1 minute to do that and let us know what you're learning from the show. Do you like the content? Which areas would you like us to improve? And we promise you we will take your voices very seriously. You're welcome to leave your name. You're welcome not to leave your name. But please, by all means, click on the link and just go down through the survey. It's really simple. Even I, a sanguine, can do it. So please click on that link and follow and give us your feedback. So we want to say thank you for always supporting us. I would like to take this minute of your time to give. I would like to thank you so much for joining us, for following us. 1 hour is a very long time to be live with us. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for inviting your friends. Thank you for sharing the link. Thank you so much for leaving your comments in the comment sections. We appreciate you. So I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. You have no idea what I have in store for you on Saturday, because we'll be taking a break from the coaching and we'll be doing something more. Yeah. So I hope to see you there on Saturday for something exciting and interactive and to just break the monotony. In the meantime, leave your comments and let me know what you want to see. My name is Nyokabi GK Kamau, and I am your relationship coach. Oh, I forgot to appreciate my producer in the background, Mr. Ellie. Drumroll, please. Likuyani, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for working behind the scenes. Mita Godwin, Mr. Mwema, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Nori and Kata, for the support and making this production what it is. You guys are amazing. And the entire Art in Heart fan page and fan family, we really appreciate you, together with Marriage Connect and Responding to Life. So have a beautiful night and see you on Saturday. Same time, same place.